RetroSquat, Toy Squat, year 1 in review.
There it is, Ken.
We started late on this bad boy. We stopped doing the cartoons. We started getting into some of this toy business.
Because Kenny hates cartoons, so we decided to do some toys.
Yeah, and then
we got a bunch of toys, man. We got a bunch. We did... How many episodes did we have?
We only did 3. 3 in the year.
3 in the year.
Yeah. It's been a success. I'd say it's been a success. He was a little worried about it, but it's been a success.
I only 3 episodes, really?
Yeah, we did 3 episodes, yeah.
No.
It's every other one. It's on the evens.
Yeah, we did 4.
Yeah, we started on...
We did 4.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 4.
Okay.
Oh, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So 5. Anyway, all right. So the first one we did. All right. So this is an interesting. This section, unlike the other ones, other year reviews, is that this obviously starts at episode 44 when we started doing toys. What do we have? We had. So you want to?
What?
We had Hug-a-Bunch, Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah, back in episode 44.
Hug-a-Bunch and Cabbage Patch
we
Kids.
started. I pitched to him, let's do some toys. Remember? Because I'm sick and tired of the cartoons. I'm sick and tired of getting stuff like Dr. Snuggles and
every
Little Clowns
Hanna-Barbera, every Flintstones and Pink Panther cartoon.
Little Clowns of Happy Town. Couldn't stand it. We did get some cool stuff like Drag Pack and Teen Wolf.
No, so yeah.
It wasn't all bad.
We did Jason the Road Warriors. We definitely got a good stuff. But
so yeah, I finally convinced him to let's do toys, and episode 44, the inaugural episode, I get the Hug-a-Bunch. He gets Cabbage Patch Kids.
2 stupid doll toys.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, well, let's, so we did our regular thing where we talk about each of them, and then we have to combine them. So, like the other Squat year reviews, we're going to be talking about the combined ones. So this one we had Hug-a-Cabbage. Yeah,
Hug-a-Cabbage. I remember. I don't even remember what it was. I think they came with like a head of cabbage or something.
Okay, so it was a doll that came. Was it a Cabbage Patch doll?
I don't know what it. I don't even remember.
It was a doll that came.
This is how memorable it was. Is that we don't recall what we even invented.
But I remember being like,
we
wow,
spent a good amount of our lives talking on this. And we don't recall what it was.
It definitely is. It definitely is a doll with a little bit of cabbage, a little bit of.
There was something about.
Oh, it had the ruffle. Remember?
Oh.
It was a smaller doll it came with. So
like
Hug-a-Bunch came with
the Muppet with the fish. Yeah, always walked around with the fish.
Remember? Yeah, it was the ruffles. Yeah.
It was called a ruff.
It was a ruff.
Remember, I looked on Wikipedia. I looked it up on Wikipedia.
He came up. So it's a doll that has another little doll in the vein of Hug-a-Bunch that has a ruffle. It's that's supposed to be like a cabbage. Thing.
Okay, moving on.
So the next one we had was episode 46.
46, color forms. That's what I had. Just general color forms. And this guy had Screaming Eagles, the board game.
Screaming Eagles, the board game.
Which was great.
Which was awesome. And if you haven't seen us playing Screaming Eagles, which, by the way, you still owe me a rematch. If you haven't seen that, go check out that video.
If you don't rematch, you can't lose your...
All right, whatever. Anyway...
I'm the king right now. I'm the king of Screaming Eagles.
So you had... You are. For now. You had color forms, which was awesome because, and I had them confused with Trinky Dinks. Remember?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because there's 2. I don't know. Whatever. When I was a kid, I always did too. Yeah. So, color forms is a cool thing, and then Screaming Eagles. So this was a rough one though. I remember this one.
We went back and forth a little bit.
Was this the episode where you were giving me everything I wanted? I don't remember. You were.
I don't remember.
I remember your reaction more than creating this title, which is Onion of Valor.
Onion of Valor.
Onion of Valor. So it's an actual onion.
It was the plane that had the layers that you can peel off for damage.
Right, but we put wings on it. Like you could pop wings into it.
Like
the original Mr. Potato Head. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'm pretty sure you could pop wings into it, and then the damage had like color form type things where you could pull off the. To reveal the damage.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that because I thought that'd be cool if you had a board.
And it was World War II. You convinced me World War II.
Yeah, I wanted to do because I just thought it'd be kind of cool. Like it's different.
Yeah, I guess so.
So that was Onion of Valor, man. Yeah. Okay, I mean that was okay. This next one, episode 48, is one of my favorites. is one of my
This
favorites.
was a decent one.
So I had, you had Inhumanoids,
Mm-hmm.
and I had Record Breakers World of Speed. So Inhumanoids, a bunch of action figures, a line of action figures, and a cartoon. Loved it. Loved that. Loved them both.
They had little heads and big bodies, and then they had the creatures, the big creatures.
Tendril, Metlar,
Yeah.
Decompose.
Yeah,
yep,
there
and
you
then they
go.
had the lava
Love
guys.
these guys.
So yeah, and then Record Breakers was a unique spin on the it's not slot car, but
Yeah, it was a
radio
little bit
controlled
but it had
tracks, race
it
car
had a
track. It was a
track.
race car track
Yeah.
toy, and this had where the cars could actually go off the track because it had these little guide tire things that you could go on like the carpet and stuff. Which is funny because after all this and hearing back on the episode, I was like, I remember these.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
that's.
I think I had some. Or
Yeah,
somebody.
you never know.
Somebody.
Yeah,
had.
I'm sure some kid that you played with had it.
This, however, is one of my favorite toys.
It was pretty neat
spots.
because you'd actually take the actual Inhumanoids figure or the Earth Core, right?
Earth Court.
You take them and snap them into this
Well,
like vehicle, like the luge. Remember?
Oh,
it was like
okay,
very
so
lugey.
okay, so we said we
snapped
said
them
the
in.
front.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
and
said you put them right. It was a chassis,
the head.
right? Because it had what was it called? Light,
They called it glow in the light feature.
glow in the light, which is
It's known today as like light piping,
right.
right? There's like a little
You shine
it's
a light,
clear
like
piece
Lino,
of plastic on the
well,
head.
No, Lino had the electric one.
Yeah, the clear piece of plastic on the head that's kind of, that shines through the eyes. It's
So
like
when you
just
shone a light,
it's
through
just
the
built
thing,
in.
right.
So you shine a light in the top, or a light hits the top, and the eyes look like they're glowing.
Right. So Ken was
That's the
like,
whole purpose.
"All right, why don't we
It
put
was
them?"
built in the helmet.
You at first said a luge where they're on their
Yeah,
backs,
right.
going through the the track, and then you were like, "Oh, you know what? Let the light piping be their headlights,
Headlights.
and now they're facing forward." So, so you kind of snap the figure on this chassis, and you put that on the track. But my favorite part is that we made these modular sections where you took the Inhumanoids, all the bad guy ones, and you slotted them into this little component that could be attached to like the main track. So now you could have like Hot Wheels and Matchboxes where a boulder would be, it hits a trigger and the boulder's chasing the car down the track or something.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. I enjoyed that. I thought that was really cool. So
It was pretty neat.
That, and being the Inhumanoids, I just like that you could use your existing Inhumanoids toys. You didn't have to go and buy. You could buy the modular piece and then use your toys still, because that's you want that staying power.
I think it's a good idea.
Good.
So number 50.
Episode 50, we pulled away with Kenny had the Goonies board game, and I had Educational Robot Alfie.
Yeah.
Now, you might think you can't combine these, but we succeeded. What did we
Yeah.
do?
Well, if you saw the movie The Goonies, you knew that Data liked to build contraptions. And lots of them.
Booby traps.
Yes.
That's what I said. Booby traps.
There you go. Traps. And there was also the big Rube Goldberg machine in the beginning of the movie.
Oh,
that
right.
He built into Mikey's house. Like, this is his friend's house. His mom was totally okay with
Yeah,
it.
this the whole big thing.
So, what this is Alfie was basically a toy robot that would teach you mathematics, right?
Oh,
Like
colors and
words,
shapes
colors,
and mathematics and matching, all that stuff.
Yeah, you had little cards on the bottom. That it would,
You know, cards
it
that
would
you
do
slipped into like the front of it, and then you could do all that stuff. So
Yeah, so this was it was an add-on, another add-on,
another
bit
pack,
like the
yeah,
Humanoids.
yeah.
but it was a pack of cards, and it would help you build like almost like science experiments.
Right. It would
Like,
teach you. It would give you blueprints basically on how to build little. What was the example you gave?
One of the example I gave was I don't remember, but you said it was like, oh, go get it says go
Toilet
get
paper
a toilet paper
roll,
roll,
paper clips, and the rubber band, and
Yeah.
then once you did that, you press the button. No, I got that, or whatever, and then you went and
and it would tell you how to build. It would help you. It would guide you through building
something
like a little like a makeshift telescope or microscope.
or an alarm or what'd you say?
Yeah,
Something like an
a
like
room
you wake you-
alarm. That was what it was.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
somebody can stand guard in your room.
Right,
and,
yeah.
Oh, who goes there and set out like maybe it shoots out like a rubber band, at the intruder.
Yep. So that was cool.
that was
So
interesting.
that was a cool toy. I like
Yeah,
that one.
called Alfie's Data.
Alfie's Data. Yeah. That's
so we
true.
kind of
Oh, we didn't say
the
the
whole thing.
previous one was Record Breakers and Humanoids.
yeah, it was.
We didn't say that, but now we
Yeah.
did. All right. So the last one, which was the last episode of the year, episode 52. What do we have?
Gosh, he had Matchbox cars.
Matchbox cars, yeah.
For the most part, Matchbox
yeah.
cars, right? Not the brand. I had Robotics.
Robotics, that's good stuff.
And I'm going to say Robotics was kind of cool.
I
was really excited to get
lot.
Robotics.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, Robotics
In general.
Yeah, it was almost like it wasn't a Lego set. It wasn't Tinker
It was
Toys.
it was
like
a Erector set.
It was
like
kind
it was like the next
like
version
a
of
motorized
Erector
version
set. Yeah,
where it had
remember Erector
pieces
set?
and yeah.
I mean, that wasn't really our thing.
No.
That was like the generation prior.
Yeah,
that had
I
the
mean it's
Erector
still
set.
out.
Yeah, but that's
you can
basically
still
what I
get
feel
it.
like Robotics was.
Yeah, it was.
You
It
know?
came with like a little, little control panel.
You could build
remote
little
control.
motors and
Yeah, and you put it together, and you can make the jaws of the dinosaur open, and it had like a clamp for the, like a tail
for
clamp.
the jaw. And
but
like
you could
cardio.
build them. They were modular, right? Or
Yeah,
you
that
know,
packed
pieces.
again. It was a
Yeah,
it was a
they-
thing where you
you
could
could
buy a
build and
thing
just-
and yeah.
You put the pieces on. You want to make it look like the character or the dinosaur. Go ahead, put his head on there. Put the arms on and all that.
Hook it up.
Yeah,
motorize it.
I mean they could roll. Yeah, there's a button to make it go roll. Button that opens the mouth, closes, all that stuff. It was
Very
kind of
fun.
cool.
So Matchbox, what we ended up doing
We
was
ended up taking a car, making a car modular.
oh
modular
yeah,
car.
yeah, and building a car,
Where
and
you
then you
build
could
the car
snap
and you
on
could-
things to it for
Yeah,
like the body
door
and stuff.
Yeah, the door, the hood. You
That's
could
right.
snap
Oh,
on
yeah.
different pieces, and it was a modular kind of car. That was cool. What?
It was very good. No, we called it
Was that fun?
Matchbotics.
Oh yeah, Matchbox. Yeah.
Matchbotics.
Come on.
That's good though,
It's
man.
good.
I liked
It's
it.
great. It's great.
So that was the only one. All right, so that was it. So
Yeah, it
five.
was limited. There
So
were 5 of them. Okay, I was off by
episodes.
2.
So 5 episodes
Yeah.
that we did.
It was good. It was good.
Not to say we didn't have our favorites and least favorites at this point,
Oh gosh.
because I have some.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
don't we
A quick little rundown.
let's do our least favorite first.
Oh gosh. Okay.
What was your least favorite first?
My least favorite.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's see if we match up.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's find
Let's
out.
see if we have the same. If we match it up.
Yeah. So my least favorite, Hug-a-Bunch, Chris. I was not into the Hug-a-Bunch.
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Did you get that? You got
absolutely.
that?
Yeah. I mean, not much to choose from.
It had a movie. Remember? There
Oh
was a movie,
my
a TV
God.
movie. This thing made.
No. So
It multi-million dollars, if I'm not mistaken.
and it won.
I
Didn't it
remember
win?
looking
It
at that.
won, like,
I don't know what it did.
It won
But-
not an Oscar, but like a Grammy or something. Not a Grammy.
I'm not certain.
Because
But
because
it was just
like, yeah.
it was such a. There's certain properties, or just toys that are forced. Like saying you need to have this because this exists. Because Cabbage Patch Kids were out, let's make the Hug-a-Bunch. Let's
they
let's
just
have
look
a
like
gimmick.
janky Cabbage Patch
Yeah,
Kids.
that was
and they
it,
said,
yeah.
let's give you an extra little doll.
It was a gimmick.
dumb.
It was a ridiculous gimmick. And
The names are fun though.
yeah,
the names.
The names are kind of ridiculous.
Go watch it.
Yeah,
Go watch
watch
the
it.
episode. All right, so we both said Hug-a-Bunch. How about your favorite now?
My favorite.
Out of this, yeah. Can I guess?
You can guess.
Goonies. Goonies, the board game.
You know what? I was gonna choose the Goonies.
So you chose Screaming Eagles instead.
No. Sorry, I was gonna choose Screaming Eagles.
Oh, but
I actually had that, and then I changed it because I was like, I kind of like robotics.
Oh, okay.
Robotics
Okay.
was when it came up, when it was assigned to me randomly. It came up and it triggered those memories.
Yeah.
Now when I researched the Goonies board game,
Right.
it was kind of
Nostalgic in a way.
nostalgic in a way. I remember the pieces. I remember the board.
Right.
I remember the little skull thimble looking things, but I don't remember the act of playing the game.
Oh, okay. So you don't. Okay,
I
so
read
you
through
don't
the
have that.
Yeah, I read
Yeah.
through the instruction sheet. I read through all that, and none of it was really familiar to me. However, just looking at the images of the robotics, like the Argus or Argon, whatever the heck the
Yeah.
name was,
Yeah.
the T-Rex looking one.
Yeah.
I do recall playing with that. My friend had that. We played with it all the time.
It's fond memories,
I had one of the
man.
little miniature sets, the little smaller sets. Mm-hmm. And man, what a fun toy that was! Like that control box, and just you hook the wires up, and you do
nothing
this,
like
and
that.
it
Like,
moves.
what
It
do you-
was
yeah.
awesome.
There's, like,
It was
nothing really
awesome.
like that.
Yeah, it was like Legos except they moved.
Right. And you built them like whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, any way you wanted.
You know.
Gosh, it was great. So what was yours?
I mean, you already know. What is it?
What was yours?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, what was his?
Come on, you know.
Give me a piece of paper there.
I'll just tell you.
No, you don't tell me. I want to guess.
Well, it's easy. I put a check mark next.
It's not. No. Screaming Eagles. Not Color Forms.
You said it, but you said it before.
Record Breaker. Oh, Inhumanoids.
Yeah.
It's got yeah.
It's
All right.
Inhumanoids.
Okay.
I love them. I think I had pretty much all of them. There weren't that many, which is why I was able to collect most of them, right?
Did I ever mention they have little heads?
You did. Long legs. The good guys did.
Yeah.
I just love them because the big characters were like 16 inches tall. Is that a thing? They have 12 inches.
Mm-hmm.
They were bigger than that. They were like bigger than because the other
creatures.
guys were maybe like 8-inch tall figures,
Yeah.
right? They weren't. Yeah. Anyway, I loved it. It was great. So Inhumanoids still to this day one of my favorite toys to ever own. All right, so we've done our favorite, our least favorite. What about one that you didn't know about?
Well, we had limited run of the toy squats.
Yeah.
But one that I didn't know about was Record Breakers World of Speed.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know about that.
Yep.
Kind of cool.
Yep,
I
I
like
agree.
the concept. I like the
agree.
tracks. I like the cars.
See, now again, like I said earlier, I do remember after the fact being
Yeah.
like, you know what it is,
Yeah.
because it says it had the they had the guide things that you could take them off the track,
Right.
and they could drive around,
Right.
So I think I remember that. So, but no, I agree. Yeah, Record Breakers was like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool.
And the thing is, going to a friend's house, or even the toys that you had that you got a couple years ago, ripped open the package, and you're playing with something. I had one of the Inhumanoids figures. I had one of those
You had
guys.
one of them, yeah.
And it was kind of weird because Augur, he was right. Augur,
The yellow one?
Augur, no, the purple.
The
He was
purple. Oh, purple was all because he had
the
the
little bald head.
Yeah.
And I had stuff like that, but I could not necessarily tell you what property it was. I couldn't say that this was without a doubt in humanoid. You know, I had this.
Oh, so for you, it was just one of those random things that you were
Yeah.
like, I have this. I don't know where I got it.
I don't know
from.
where I got it. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had that little dog from Battlestar Galactica. Do you remember the little dog?
Yeah.
The robot dog.
Yeah.
From the original series.
Yeah.
I had that action
80s
figure,
version, yeah.
and it. I never knew where it was from. You know, until my friend had it, and like, what is this? I have this too. Oh, that's Battlestar Galactica. I have a Battlestar Galactica toy. I
Yeah.
had no idea. So that's the thing is, you could have come across Record Breakers at somebody's house.
Well, that's what
or
I'm
you
saying,
could have
yeah.
had it, and it doesn't say Record Breakers all over it. You know, like a
you
G.I.
don't
Joe
know it,
figure doesn't
yeah.
say G.I. Joe
Right,
on
you
him.
just know it as that. Yeah, but that's like what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of something that I remembered that. There was some. I'm trying to rummaging through your toy box, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Oh yeah, this thing.
But
Oh yeah,
there
what
were
about this one?"
certain toys that I had, and I had no idea what they were from. And then I stumble upon a picture of it now,
And you're
I
like-
just say, "Hey,
That's that.
I have that." Okay.
Oh, like Visionaries.
Yeah, like
Remember
something like-
Visionaries?
yep.
I had like 3 of them, but I just knew they were cool because they had the holographic chests
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, and I had the cheetah red one was the cheetah one. Not only was he red, which is my favorite color, but the cheetah is my favorite animal. So I was like, "This is the best toy ever!"
There you go.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I think that's gonna do it for Toy Squad.
Yeah, Toy Squad.
Kind of a short one. If you've watched the other year in review videos, great. If you haven't, go watch them because they're awesome. And that's it. It was year 1.
Yeah, year 1,
Retro
year
Squad
2.
Year 1.
We're looking forward to getting that underway. 52 weeks out of the year. So guess what? We're going to be talking about 104
More.
toy properties in year 2.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of research.
And it's potential. It's a lot of research. It's a lot of potential. But we're also doing 104 movies. Or sorry, no, we alternate with games. So 52. There will be 52 toys
And
coming up in year
cartoons.
2. 52 cartoons, 104 movies, 104 TV shows, and 104
And
video games.
Yeah. So
So
and again, the reason for we do this is so we can actually go through what we created, because we talk about the properties on the show.
yeah,
So this is supposed to be like to reminisce on what we created. So
this is our way of prolonging the 80s, extending the 80s,
keeping them alive, man.
keeping them alive,
Keeping them alive. So that's it, guys. Keep 80s alive.
turning them up.
Or down. Or around. What if you spun them around?
The 80s, that would be like the 8s. 2008. Nobody wants to watch a video on 2008. Come on, Chris.